Here's where we are going to do math. Spreadsheets are very powerful calculators. If you are good with a spreadsheet, you can use it to make video games. I am not that good with a spreadsheet, but I am better than the average schmuck on the street. I can do stuff with a spreadsheet that most people are like, wow, how'd you do that? And it's not hard. All right. So final amount. Here we're going to do some math. Yes. Everybody should know how you enter math into a spreadsheet. Do you? Feel free to speak if you do. What do you do? Nobody? All right. To enter math into a spreadsheet, you must hit the equal sign. Now, that tells this particular spot in the spreadsheet that it is going to do some math. Yes? All right. Now, I'm going to do something weird here. Well, it's not weird. I hope you don't find it weird. I'm going to move this over to here. And I'm going to make this over here so that I can do some writing as well. All right? So, what is our formula for compound interest? A equals P 1 plus R over N, close brackets, to the Tn, correct? Now, we have Rn and T all here, don't we? Right? So, observe. Where is our P? It is in A2, yes? So I'm going to click A2. And see, it takes the value from A2. Now, what math is happening right here? Multiply. On a spreadsheet, multiply is an asterisk. Shift 8. Everybody cool? Now we're going to open a bracket. 1 plus. Now, we need to do R divided by N, don't we? Now, it's not 1 plus R over N, right? It's 1 plus that whole value, correct? So I'm going to need to nest another set of brackets in here. Bracket. Where is our R, our rate? D2, so I'm going to click on D2. And what does D2 have to happen? It's going to divide, right? Divide is shift question mark. Or not shift question mark, just question mark. It's a slash. Divided by what? Where's our N? C2. And then I'm going to close the brackets. Now that closes the R over N brackets. Now what must I do? I need to close the brackets again to close it around R plus N. Now, I need an exponent button. Do I need to make this bigger for people? Okay, no problem. All you have to do is ask. That's how much I care. Piss off. So, here we are, yes? We are typing in our formula. Agreed? Now, I need the exponent, yeah? Exponent is shift 6. A caret. That is what that is called. C-A-R-E-T. Now, T and N need to be grouped together, don't they? What groups together? Brackets. Where is T? B2. Where is N? C2. And then what must I do? Close brackets. Then I'm going to hit enter. Now I'm going to shrink this back down so we can see it all. And look at what has happened to us. Spectacular, yes? Now, interest earned. What is interest earned? Always. I put in 10,000, I got 14,304.51. How do I find the interest?
Isn't it final minus initial?
Final minus initial. So equals E2 minus, and I don't need to click on A2. I could type it in, but I'm going to go over and click on it. And then hit enter. Everybody cool? Easy peasy, yes? Now, what does it say on number 13? Check our previous answers, yeah? Okay, so here's what we need to do. Our previous answers, when I say previous answers, I mean, let's check. Let's check 1 through 6 on page 196. Everybody cool? Now wait, observe. Again, if you don't know how to work spreadsheets, this is going to be very interesting for you. What part of this are we going to need to do again and again and again and again? Which column? What's going to be the same no matter what? Pardon me? Final amount. This, what we do to get the final amount is going to be the same, yes? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight down. I said we're going to do 1 to 6, yes? So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So I'm going to highlight down to E8. And I'm going to push Control D. What? Why is it doing this? Because there's no numbers over here, right? What I have just done here, if you click on it, you will notice I have changed D3C3, B3C3. Now, as I enter numbers here, this is going to fill up. This is also going to be the same. So I'm going to fill down again, Control D. Now we're set, right? Now let's check our number 1 answer on page 196. What was our principal on page 196? 4,000. Wait, is everybody here? Does everybody's spreadsheet look like mine? With the div 0 yuck. Everybody? Did you do fill down? No? Okay. Remember, you have to highlight here, drag down, and push Control D. Or this button, no, not vertical align. I can't remember how to do it on Google. I know how to do it on Excel, but Control D works. Control down. Does everybody is everyone looking at this now? It's putting this number. Did you type in this whole formula? Who is not looking at this right now? Please put your hand up. I need to know. Part of my job is to show you how to do these things, to use technology to do this. So you need to tell me if you are not looking at what I am showing you right now. Okay, so we're going to enter our formula. Equals principal times bracket 1 plus new bracket interest rate divided by compound close brackets up open bracket years times compound close brackets this equals that minus that. Now 6 spaces and then Control D. I didn't go 6, but you're good. Bailey. Okay. It's not plus.
Yeah.
Past days, and it's shifting. Shifting. Oh, I saw that. Plus here as well. 8 plus. Fix that. What? That's because you didn't enter the formula. You just wrote in the number. No. Here, interest earned is E2 minus A2. What's your story? You're fine. You all good that morning? Yeah? You all good? Everybody good? Good. Everyone is good? Everyone is looking at this? All right, now, on page 196, number 1, what was our principal? Number 1 on page 196, what did we start with? $4,000. Oh, wait, you all have an answer for this, right? Because I gave you 2 days to do this. 4,000. What's our years? 8. What's our compounding periods? 4. What's our rate? Page 196, number 1. What's our rate? What? 3.5. That should be the answer that you have on your page. Yeah? Check 1 through 6. Go.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Are you going to be able to do 2 the way we have set this up? Yeah, you are, because once you've done 2 on your sheet, you have all the answers, don't you?
Yes, sorry.
So, I see what you're saying. Okay, we're using this to check our answers.
Yes.
All right. So, number 2, when I do my work, what did you get for the final percentage? On number 2. 7.2. So fill everything else in. My principal was 5,000. My years were 10. My compounding period, there wasn't one. So what do you put? How many times do you think it's getting compounded? Once. Do we have a rate? No. That's what we need. We thought it was 7.2. So when I hit enter, what should final amount say if I've done this right? 10,000. Pretty darn close. Why is it more than 10,000? Because was it really 7.2? When I did it, I got 7.17. So if I go back to here and I push 7.17, gets me, but significantly closer to 10,000, yes? 7.18. There you go. Does everybody understand? Yes, Noah. Oh, my screen is blank. Yes, thank you. All I am doing is checking my answers. David, that's a skill you should probably get to learn. And it's not Snapchat. But you will. Yes, David, you will. I don't mean to be a dink, but you will. Trust me. of the 60 adults in this building, like 10 of them can use computers effectively. And everybody else is like, how do you turn it on?
Those teachers also meant to teach computers.
No, they all know what they're doing. Number 5 is number 3. How much money do you need to invest? So when you do the work, you know what you needed to start with, right? And when you do the work, you enter what you got right here. Enter your answer into whatever column it belongs and make sure it's right. Okay? Go. I'll do mine right here. Somewhere to be. Now, when you get to number 6, something weird has happened, yes? Because number 6 isn't about money, is it? But do the same principles apply? If a population of people increases by 2.4% every year, are you getting more people on the original people? Like if 100 people, I shouldn't do 100 people, 1,000 people in the town, if it increased by 2.4%, it goes up to 1,024, yes? Do those new 24 make more kids? Yeah, so you get interest on the interest. So the interest formula applies to anything that increases on top of its increase, if you understand what I am saying. Right? It doesn't matter if it's money or people or fish in a pond or bacteria on this slide of your microscope. If it increases at a steady rate, you can use the interest formula. So, how did everybody do? They have checked their page 196. They have entered it in. And you should look something like that now. Except obviously number 8 here is not money anymore, yeah? It's people. Is everybody cool? You could also check 7. You could also check 11. Now, I notice that Mr. Morrison did a very rudimentary lesson on logs here yesterday. I mean, he kept it as easy as he could. When you got to here, which is doing regular algebra, right? And you got an exponent as an unknown. Yeah? So I'm sure he didn't explain what logs are, did he? No. But notice, we're still following regular math principles, aren't we? We took the log of both sides. Does that still keep something equal? If I took the square root of both sides, would they still be equal? If I multiplied them both by 7, would they still be equal? So I'm taking a log of both sides. I'm not, again, going to go into that because all you need is the tool of the log system so you can solve these problems. You don't need to know why until next year. Everybody okay? So he took the log of both sides, right? And then he showed you this. The log A to the B, the exponent comes down to the front and multiplies. So this T comes down to the front and multiplies, right? So this line right here is just like TX, because this is just something. And I want the T by itself, so what would I do to get rid of X? I would divide by X. So here I divide by log of 1.08. If I do it to this side, I do it to this side. You do that with your calculator and it gives you your answer. Everybody cool with logs enough? You don't need to know why, right? You'll learn why next year. You'll spend a whole bunch of time on this stuff. But I just want you to have the tool so you can use it for finance. Everybody good? So you could use this spreadsheet right now to check all your answers except 9 and 10, right? Because 9 and 10 were continuous interest, which I am not even going to show you until a little later. Because it involves another magic number like pi. Okay? Everybody cool? So let's use our spreadsheet right now. That everybody has it, right? Everyone's is working. Check your answers up to number 16. Now, wait. Did you actually do the log questions after Mr. Morrison showed you that? Some of you? Any of you? Okay. So if I show you the how to do the log question again, like we do, for example, number 12. If we do number 12 together right now, you guys go back and do 12, 13, 15, and 16, and then you check your answers with your spreadsheet. Is that cool? All right, and then we're going to talk about the next few things on page 199 and 200, all right? Everybody good? Okay, so please get to page 197, which is where I think the first log question is. Oh, no, I lie. 195. Oh, no, screw that one. No, we'll do 195. We'll do that log question. Keep your computers out. It should be 195, number 12. Oh, wait. Number 8. 8 has a log question. That's the one Mr. Morrison did on the board. Okay, so everybody should have seen that one. Everyone's cool with number 8? All right, well, let's check it on our spreadsheet then, shall we? Because all of you should have done number 8. It said I start with 1,000. How many years was I in? We did the work to find out it was 30, right? My compounding periods were annually 1. My rate was 8. And my final amount. Now, why is my final amount all of a sudden not filling in? because I only stretched down to cover the first 6, yes? So I'm going to go ahead and fill this down another 10, which I'm going to fill both of them down to E to 20. Now I'm covered for a bunch. Control D, and I'm good, yeah? Now, the question was, how long will I have to wait till my investment's worth 10,000? Well, 30 years, it was worth 10,062. So 30 was the right answer. Everybody good? All right, so let's now do 12 on page 195, and we'll do that one together, and then you guys can go and do the next ones that need logs, which are 11, 12, 13, 15, and 16, okay? Everybody cool? All right, let's do that. So we are on page 195, number 12. So we know our formula, yeah? Right? What is our formula? A equals P1 plus R over N to the Tn. What can I fill in there? What's my P? Wait a minute. Wait. Yellow. What's my P? 10,000. Okay, the rest don't really matter. What's my R? 0.045. Now remember, on our spreadsheet, we don't need to do that, right? What's my N? 4. And what's my T? That's what I don't know, yes? So let's fill it all in. A equals 10,000 times 1 plus 0.045 over 4, all to the 4t, right? Because we knew n, yes? Everyone agrees? Everyone agrees? Do we know our final amount? Which is? Now, you will notice 10,000, 14,304. Haven't we already done this one? Look on our spreadsheet. What's the very first one on our spreadsheet? It's that question, isn't it? 8 years. So we know the answer because that was my sample question, right? Okay. So let's do the math now to get there. 14,304.51 equals 10,000 bracket 1 plus 0.045 over 4 to the 4t. What can I do mathematically right now? My goal is to get t by itself eventually, right? So what can I do right now that will start removing stuff from the right side of the equation? I can divide by 10,000. And that's gone and that's gone. So what do I got to do to this side? What do I do to this side? Tame thing. I'm talking like Elmer Fudd. No more Boaz. Same thing, yes? Everybody cool? All right. What next could I do over here? Could I tidy up these brackets? I could tidy up the brackets, or I could leave them that way, couldn't I? Because we know where is this going to go. That would go to the front, right? Everybody's cool? So this, dividing by 10,000 is easy. How many places does the bracket move? The bracket, the decimal. 1 space for each 0, yes? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 1.430451 equals Now, what do I need to do to both sides if I've got a variable exponent? I need a log, right? Log 1. Now, could I tidy this up with my calculator now? How would I do that? What would I do first, the division or the addition? Or would I all punch in at once, use some decimals? I mean some brackets. Does it matter? So if I go, 1 plus 0.045 divided by 4. My calculator knows to do the division first, doesn't it? 1.01125. So I know that this is 1.01125. All to the 4t, yeah? Now where does that 4t go? Or, another way to look at it, how do I get rid of this log 1.01125? If I divide by log 1.01125, what's going to happen here? What happens to these guys? They cancel, leaving me with what over here? And if I divided this side by this log, what do I got to do on this side? Same thing. Log 1.01125. Yeah? Now, can I do this in my head? No, there's no way. I have to use my calculator, yeah? Just like I know what to do with trig, but I can't do it without the calculator, right? So I go to my calculator, and what do I punch in? Log 1.43051, close brackets, divided by log 1.01125, close brackets, and what do I get? What would you round that off to? 32 equals 4t. Now how do I get rid of the 4? Divide by 4 and t equals 8, which we already knew because I used that as my sample question. Everybody cool? Logs are just another tool like square rooting to solve things like this algebra. Now let me give you a warning, because you're all in pre-calculus 11. I am hoping that the majority of you take pre-calc 12 because you're interested in math or you wouldn't be here. And then why would you take pre-calculus 10, pre-calculus 11, pre-calculus 12, and then not take calculus 12? In calculus 12, the very beginning of it is just algebra. Okay? The first month of calculus is doing algebra that you already know how to do and then applying it differently. So doing stuff like this is really the very beginnings of calculus. Everybody cool? All right. So now I want you all to try. You can check number 7 with your spreadsheet because you didn't need logs for that. Everybody should have done number 7. What's weird about number 8? It's decreasing. So is it 1 plus r over n? It's 1 minus r over n. And since it's every year, what's n? 1. So this is just P1 minus R to the T, because there's no n there, right? We're not checking it in fractions of the year. We're only checking it once a year. So you can check 8 already on your spreadsheet. If you didn't do them because you were weird about it, that's cool. You're not going to do 9 and 10 at all. I am doubly Xing them out. We'll come back to them later. But now you can do 11, because now you can do logs. Actually, I don't even think you need logs for 11. No, you don't. You can check 11 right now on your spreadsheet. 12, you need a log. 13, 15, and 16, you need logs for. All right? Everybody cool? So now that you've seen it, do it, and then don't ask me if you did it right. Where do you check? On your spreadsheet. Do you need to see one more log question? I know you're all going to say, yeah, until I do all 4. I'm not going to. I will do one more if you want. You don't give me that look, Rhea. I am not going to do it. No, I am only going to do one more, and only if one hand goes up. Okay. So, again, fill in what you know. You want 10,000. There's your A. You have 4,000. There's your P. There's your R. There's your compounding period. And your T, you don't know. So, 10,000 equals 4,000 times 1 plus R, not R, idiot head, 0.09 over 12 to the 12t. Can everybody fill in the formula? Even the people who put their hands up that need to see another log question. Can you all fill in the formula? Yeah? Okay. So right away, we're going to get rid of the 4,000 and the 10,000. Yes? I'm going to divide by 4,000. I'm going to divide by 4,000. That gets me 2.5 equals 1 plus 0.09 over 12, all to the 12t. Where is some work I can tidy up right now? Somebody who put their hand up preferably. Where is there some work I can tidy up right now without worrying about logs or anything? In the brackets, yes? So tidy that up with your calculator, and I'm going to rewrite it up here when somebody tells me what it is. What is 1 plus 0.09 divided by 12? What number is going here? $1.0075, all to the 12t, yes? Now, everybody should be able to get to there, including the hand uppers. Everybody is? Okay, now, because I have an unknown in the exponent, I must do logs. Now, we all know that exponents are just a repeated multiplication, yes? We know that, right? So, how do we get rid of multiplication? We know we're going to need to divide, yes? So, but to get rid of an exponent, we must log both of these. Log 1.0075 to the 12t. Now, we want to get rid of the log. So we do that division. This moves down here. And what is left over here? What's left over here? 12t. Now, can I tidy any of this up with my calculator right now? Right here. What do I punch in? What do I punch in? Log 2.5, then what? Divided by log 1.0075. And what do I get? I'm sorry? 172.122 equals what? 12t. Now, how do I get rid of the 12? Divide by 12. And what do I get? 10.22, right? Can I check that on my spreadsheet? Let's go to our spreadsheet. We started with 4,000, yes? $4,000. We think that it's 10.22, yes? Compounding periods were 12. Rate was 9. Did we do it right? What was my final amount? $10,000, 77 cents. And I wanted what? In the question, what was our goal? 10,000. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, yeah? All right. You all check 13. You can check 14 because you don't need logs. You can check 15, you can check 16. Check all your work. And that should take us to the end of the block. We're going to use these things again Monday. Please notice, because we're going to use it to talk about what are the next things in your in your workbook. Annuities. Annuities, all these things are explained. We're going to use a spreadsheet to try and work them all out. But we'll do that tomorrow. Today, you do 12, 14, 6, whatever the log questions are, and then double check them with your spreadsheet. You have until 9:25 to do so because we need 5 minutes to put the laptops back on the cart so I can get them back to the super lab. Yes, go. That's why I just said yes, go. Nobody ever comes to talk to me except to go to the bathroom. I don't understand why. The amount of time people talk to me in this class, should mean everybody's getting an A because nobody ever asks a math question. But everybody has very active bladders. It's unbelievable. I hope that you all plan to get very early prostate checks if you're a boy because of the amount you people need to pee. Most men have to wait till they're 45, but you guys pee like an 80-year-old man every 2 seconds. The only reason I know you're not 80-year-old men is you're not jingling change in your pocket like an 80-year-old man. As for you women, I don't know. I don't understand your plumbing at all. All that recorded. Spectacular.